Greetings, Earthlings, fellow Earthlings. I can be pretty serious, I know that, but I'm grateful to be here and thankful for you people, thankful for this Eden in the middle of cold, dark space, an Eden we don't take care of. Uh, I think I'm going to call this Your Economics Are Killing Us. And when I say your, I mean the earth's, people's, we the people. And whether it's a democracy or a dictatorship, all the democracies in the Western world and in the Eastern world, and the dictatorships and the communist dictatorships, we're all, our economics are killing us. And it's time to be more aware, I guess, or engaged, or grown up, or whatever you want to call it, mature, enlightened, truthful at how power and wealth, property, income has concentrated so much into the hands of a relatively few. You can say the top 1%, top 10%, who cares? What about the bottom 60%, 70%? What about the people that are struggling to survive and worried about paying rent, living? Maslow's hierarchy of needs, I mean, you need food and water, or right after that, you need shelter. And then you need safety. And if we're not taking care of people where they have food and shelter and not having to worry about that or struggle for that or fight for that, you won't have safety. You might if you're a rich person in a very nice neighborhood with gates and stuff and a police force of your own. But as a society, as a community, we will not have safety, which is fundamental in civilized living and for human beings. So, as I think I said the last time, I'm reading some books on the Constitution, that era, how it passed, how it was created, interesting, how it was ratified. And, if we really want to study it, we need to study the state constitutions because a lot of the Constitution came out of the state constitutions and the Declaration of Independence and the Bill of Rights. Look at the colonies when they became states before the Constitution and some of their language, which is really well put and heroic and honorable, and a good way to think about living as a state or nation or world. Toward the end of one of the books, it talked about property being fundamental in a healthy society. And the better distribution of the property to all the people, the better society you're going to have with more peace and happiness. Remember happiness, pursuit of happiness? It's not really happening anymore. There's so many, crappy jobs, terrible pay, high rent. Housing is out of, you can't buy a house, most working people. Property. And as I've said before, owning an apartment, like a lot of the world, that's okay. Everybody can't have a house and a yard. Now, do Do I want to blow up the houses and the yards? No, of course not. But I want people to have a home. The people that don't have a home, and the people that have these giant houses, you expect all these resources to build it, and then all these resources to keep it up and heat it and cool it. We have limited resources. We have a community we need to take care of. And if we need the water because of global climate change and drought, if we need the water and overuse of water, over a population, livestock, agriculture, so many different reasons. But if we're short on water, it can't go to the golf courses and it can't go to the big lawns of grass. It has to go for drinking and showers and washing clothes, things that we need. So our economics are killing us. Recently, there's a big push on what a man is and manhood. I'm a man. I'm a man. And I've seen all these advertisements of guys my age. I'm 66. Really buff. You can get, you can be. They're not talking about economics. If you want to be a man, you need to take care of this world. Help take care of this world, along with women. If you want to be a real man, you take care of your family. Your family is this world. The people, the land, the water, the air. It's just a citizen, I think. We can call it what a man should do. But a big difference in men and women is women do get pregnant. And I don't know. I've never been a woman. I've never been pregnant. But I'm guessing when they get pregnant, if they're going to have the baby, this focus, the focus of the spirit, of the soul, is internalized so much about, okay, I'm growing something inside of me. I'm growing life inside of me. I'm creating life inside of me. I need to take care of, and I'm sure it's somewhat overwhelming and exciting. And yeah, I don't have the words. A woman would have to explain that, not me. But men never do that. And we never give birth. And we never breastfeed. And we never, that's not our role in this life. And so that's a big difference, I think, in us. And while the woman is focusing on this new life that she's giving to certain degrees, and I'm sure toward the end, last trimester, it's even more so, and being healthy and eating healthy and exercising and wanting to have the best birth and healthiest baby. But men may be focusing more on helping the family. And yeah, that means your wife and soon to be child, but your family is everything and everyone. You may want to just, cocoon in your own little group, whether your own little group, is white or black or brown or yellow or red or whatever color you think you are, or whether your little group is people that think like you, and I'm not saying you can't have, interests like sports or guns. I have a friend that was hunting this week. He got a deer. I'll eat some of it. Or if you like fashion, or if you like, I I don't know, so many walking in the woods. But what I'm saying is, you know, your life is, your heart is your heart, and your heart will lead you in a certain direction. I like writing songs. I like painting. That's fun for me. And I can't, I don't want to get obsessive about it. I don't want to get obsessive about watching football or guns, where, yeah, maybe you want to hunt, but I mean, why do we need weapons? We're having a tragedy every day in this country with assault weapons. Somebody has lost their mind shooting up a bunch of people, including in schools. You have to be part of the answer to that. You know guns more than most people. So we just can't go too far in whatever our interests are, including the biggest and most horrific of them all, and that is greed. I want this. I want more. I want more. Instead of thinking, how do I help my family? How do I help my community? How do I help? Yeah, it's not easy for a person. It's a big, it's a big thought, or it's a big value to value the earth and each other. India and China have more people than probably about six different, they're both 3 or 4 times as big as America. And they're less industrialized, so they're burning more coal, burning a lot of gas, terrible pollution. Now, China is a dictatorship. You almost have no human rights, which is obscene, like Russia, which for some reason Trump and some of these people seem to like Russia, Republicans. There's no human rights in Russia. You know that, right? No freedom of the press, no freedom of religion, no freedom of speech. So if you don't care about those things, then I can understand. But most people that seem to support Russia also believe in those things, especially for themselves, if not other people. So, what is a man? A man is honorable and honoring this beautiful home we all live on, planet Earth, which we're destroying with pollution and CO2 and methane and all sorts of gases that warm, that make it the hottest year ever last year and the hottest year ever this year, and superstorms that wipe cities off the map, and drought, fire, and we'll get more and more water scarcity out of that. I think Houston, the fourth largest city in the nation, restricted water usage last summer, or this past summer. So much of Western Europe is in drought. So much of the world is in drought. We're changing the climatic, how the wind moves, how the water moves. That's not going to work. The earth has a certain balance that it's going to find. And if we upset that, it will find the balance, and it may upset us and destroy a lot of us, because Mother Nature is bigger than human beings, and our ignorance or our apathy or our denialism of how our lives are destroying our home We just elected a man that says drill, 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 drill what? Drill for oil, oil, burn more gas, burn more coal. Well, if we do that, and if we don't help other countries move away from that, like China and India and other countries, we need to help these people because we all live on this planet. And yeah, that's not easy. You're trying to help China, who is a dictatorship with no human rights. But at the same time, we want them to burn less coal. Yeah, I don't know. There's no perfect answer for things like that. But to be so arrogant and so destructive, self-destructive, to just say, drill, 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 burn, burn, burn. It's unholy. It's obscene, and it's putting everybody at risk. It's putting everything in harm's way. And a lot of the social media and some of the media owned by billionaires, that's an issue that they're interested in making money. There's money to be made with coal, oil, gas. I'm not sure how much money there is to be made with wind and waves, water, and the sun. Nobody can own those things. You can't own those things. There's not as much money. And if we focus on making money, we're just going to keep having the hottest year ever, and the worst drought ever, and the worst floods ever, and the worst hurricanes and cyclones and monsoons and tornadoes. I live in the tornado area in the United States. Tornadoes are getting worse. I remember going up to Joplin after a terrible one they had, and we're all know-it-alls. I'm a know-it-all, and I'm telling the guy, and I said, yeah, on the news I could tell it was 100 miles an hour, over 100 miles an hour because of all the destruction. And he kind of goes, well, it was moving slow. So, and it was about a mile wide. It was moving slow, so it was just destroying things very slowly. And yeah, my friend went through it. He was from Joplin, and he would say on the radio, there's a storm at First and Maple. There's another tornado at 15th and Utica, and there's another tornado. But it wasn't 3 or 4 tornadoes. One tornado, but it was a mile wide. And I stayed with my friend's sister and her husband for 4 nights and tried to help clean up in the mornings. It's called debris removal. The rocks go over there, the wood goes over there, plastic goes over there. Debris removal. That's what happens after a big tornado. People want to help. But if you want to help, then help stop the intensification of weather extremes. Drill, 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 burn, burn, burn. There's a lot of guilt headed toward that idea. It's called global warming. It's called extreme weather. It's called intensification. This is real stuff. Talk about being a man. You think being a man is big and strong and kind of tough and telling women what to do? That's not a man. That has nothing to do with being a man is being strong for your people.